Hello, today I'm going to show you an awesome unboxing video by me for you. Today let me introduce you the awesome and wonderful and super cool Vantrue T3 dash cam. Wow, 1520p full HD dash cam. Ooh, with super capacitor, with collision detection, superior night vision, and it supports up to 256 gigabyte in a micro SD card, with G sensor, with loop recording, with HDR 160 degrees wide angle, and 1520p Super HD, and if you like, radar detection and parking mode, with an F1.4 Large Aperture. That's awesome, really. 1220p dash camera. The latest image sensor delivers the high performance of capturing sharp, clear images than other dash cams out there. And this is really true, because I'm using dash cams for a long time, and this is the best on the market, I think, so far. The high video quality perfectly restored the scene of accident. It comes with an excellent night vision, the high dynamic range, that means HDR technology, automatically balance exposure and light dark spots to display clearer details in the darkness and capture more details. With their aperture of 1.4 and 6 glass lens, and 160-degree wide angle highly increase the range of the view, which helps capture more information while recording. And a more sensitive parking monitor. The radar detection parking monitor sensitively detects any movement in front of the car to record and save the event as evident. And within compact but durable design, it comes with a super capacitor. This provides high heat resistance from 14 to 158 degrees Fahrenheit for more stable performance of recording. At the summertime, it's really excellent. And it comes with a user-friendly design. 2.45 inches IPS LCD screen with simple and straightforward setup make this cam easier to operate and, of course, if you like, playback. And it supports 256G microsd cards. We will need an external memory capacity up to 256 gigabytes to meet our need for long-time recording, while the other dash cams in the market are usually only 32 gigabytes. And this is true. Only 32 or 64, etc. This is not enough for big pictures. Recommended the Vantrue microSD card, which is not included. This is a thing what you have to choose by your own. Of course, another SD card will support this thing too, but it has to be a class of 10. We have to format our SD card on the camera directly before using. And of course, we have to keep the dash cam plug in to use it, because it comes with no battery. But this is a good thing, because if there is a built-in battery, it's a problem at summertime. Oh, the best 1520p dash cam with super capacitor and excellent night vision. comparing with other dash cams. These brands pay more attention to details and quality. The latest process and sensor provides extraordinary 1520p. More pixels means more viewable areas to capture all details. They are doing the best material of 6 glass lens with a aperture of 1.4 and 160 degrees view angle. They balance the exposure thanks to the advanced night vision with HDR. The Super Capacitor also delivers better heat resistance and longer lifespan. We have a display with 2.45 inches. It is enough to see what's going on. The lens in the front, 160-degree wide viewing angle, and an external memory of 256 GB maximum. Microsd card, okay, class 10. A radar detection parking monitor. The impressive radar detection parking mode would detect any movement in front of our vehicle when we are left the car. Once the G sensor detects collision, it will start recording until no vibration detected within 5 minutes. The included OBD cable is able to keep the dashcam running all the time with low voltage protection. If you are not using the OBD cable, you can use the secret lighter cable for it. Okay, but there, if you are switch off the engine and the ignition, you will not have no power supply. Another option is to use a power bank for it. Dock it with an USB to USB-C cable on the dashcam. On the 1520p dashcam, an advanced processor and image sensor provides clearer image quality. The dashcam offers different solutions from 2592 to 1520p with 30 frames. And of course, 2560 to 1440p with 30 frames, 1920 to 1080p in 60 frames. This is the same resolution and frame rate I'm using on my videos. And 1920 to 1080p with 30 frames. But take care, if you are going to use HDR, you cannot use 60 frames. So you have to choose more pixels, but less frames, but 30 frames are good enough to see. Oh, no problem, you can see in this video here, it's okay. Or you go not to HDR and you have 60 frames. You have to choose that. Choose wisely. And 1280 to 720p in 60 frames, 1080 to 720p in 30 frames. We could restore the accident scene completely by using the maximum 1520p resolution. We can give us a total peace of mind when driving. And because of the sensitive G sensor, the reliable G sensor, that means it is a gravity sensor, will be activated once detect a collision or shake, which ensures the accident event footage could be safely locked and saved into the memory card without being overwritten. We can set the sensitivity to off, low, medium and high according to our performance. Then we have an aperture focus of 1.4. That's awesome. With 6 layers of glass lens, delivers a wider viewing angle than the smaller ones. But This is awesome because it is better with more glasses than a standard lens. The new processor and image sensor through the HDR features make it capable of recording clearer even in low light conditions. And there is a built-in super capacitor. That's an awesome thing. The dashcam with built-in super capacitor greatly reduced the risk of overheating thanks to the resistance of extreme heat or cold temperature from 14 to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. It also prolongs the service life and the reliability of the camera system. The 2.45 inches large IPS LCD screen makes it easy to set up and playback on our dashcam with convenient operation experience. And awesome is time-lapse. We can using the time-lapse feature. The car DVR will take one photo every second if we like, and then combine the photo into a 30 frames video. That is 8 hours of videos can be compressed to a 16 minutes time-lapse video, which saves us a lot of storage room and makes it easier to play back. And we have HDR, High Dynamic Range Technology. The advanced HDR technology perfectly balances the exposure and light dark spots to produce light, accurate videos, which avoids the case hardly see the license plate due to overexposure or lack of brightness. And we have super night vision. With the upgraded processor and an awesome aperture and HDR mode, the dashcam makes it easy to recognize the lenses plate even in the darkness, as well as multiple lane of traffic. The T3 dashcam also provides the option that we can adjust different exposure manually and 160 degrees large view angle. That's awesome. In order to reduce the blind spot, they choose the best 6-layer lens with 160 degrees wide viewing angle. It helps record multiple lanes of traffic entirely without missing any important information on the video. The installation is simple, and the hidden cable design doesn't disturb the view of ours while we are driving. And seamless loop recording. The dashcam with loop recording feature reserve the latest footage and override the normal oldest when the memory card is full. So we don't have to delete the old videos manually. Of course, they offer an option that we could change the loop recording time to 1, 3, or 5 minutes. Important clips will be locked in a separate folder and will be not overwritten. And optional GPS Global Positional System, an external GPS receiver mount. This you have to buy separately, is required to use the camera's onboard GPS function. After installing the external GPS mount, we could track our locations and speed conveniently. Also, they are constantly improving the product's touch firmware updates. This you can reach online. That means you have here an awesome dashcam with all good features which we love while we are driving. If we have the camera in front of us, we can see on the rear side, or it's the upper side, I think, that is the mount connector. This connects to the suction cup mount or the global positional unit mount too. Then we have a waveguard indicator. This is a parking monitor indicator. Then of course we have the lens. This is the facing camera for videos recording road events. And we have a speaker delivers sound during video playback. And on the back side, or to the side which we are going to see while we are driving, it is an LCD screen. 2.45 inches IPS color LCD display. Let's go to the buttons. We can see some buttons that means on the right side near the LCD screen we have the emergency button, I think. Snapshot, emergency manual locks the recording video following emergency or to preserve important videos. We have to push on it while we are going to take a snapshot, or manually locks the recording thing. Then on the upper side we can see the M button. That is a menu button. Enter, exit, setup menu. Then we have an OK button. Confirms the action. Start, stop the video recording. And we have a speaker and a playback button. Move, select or up. Microphone on or off. And slow forward while playing the back video. Then we have a play right button. Move, select or down. Fast forward, turn off the LCD screen. Here you can see there are more options, each button. Then we have a power button, long press for on or off. File browsing interfaces, short press to display the deleted menu. Then we have some ports on this dash cam. There is a micro HDMI port. We can use a micro HDMI connects to external device to see what's going on with that videos. Then we have a Type-C 2.0 USB port. This USB port is for charging or transferring data. For example, use a power bank for the power supply. Then we have a microsd card slot. Provides expandable storage. It supports up to 256 GB class 10 or above. Then we have a reset button. This reset button we have to push or press with a needle or a chopstick, for example. This, if you are pressing it, will reset the device. Then we have a microphone. This records the clear audio with the video footage. And of course, we can see the serial numbers on the device itself. Then we have an LED indicator. The LED indicator, blue light blinks around the emergency button, camera is recording. Blue lights stays on around the emergency button, camera is recording event. Red light stays on the bottom left corner. The camera is plugged in. If we are looking at the screen, if we are going to the left upper side, we can see the video resolution. Then we can see the frame rate. Then we can see HDR mode on or off. Then we can see the loop recording time. Then the G for G sensor on or off. Then we can see the mic is on or off. Then there is a button, not a button, a sign for memory card, insert or not, and the exporter. Then we have the current time and date. Then on the right bottom side, GPS signal locked if we are using GPS mount. Then a waveguard indicator, a parking mode indicator, and a time-lapse sign if we choose time-lapse. Then we can see the speed unit in the center bottom line if we are using GPS mount, and the recording time for the current clip. And the red dot on the left bottom side means recording. It's really easy to use, as you can see. And it's really easy to install the camera onto our windshield. We have to attach the suction mount to the camera's mount connector, and we have only push it until it clicks, job's done. Thoroughly clean the windshield using water or alcohol and wipe the clean with a dry cloth. Wipe the suction mount pad clean on the suction mount itself and securely attach the suction mount to the windshield and rotate the locking clamp on the mount 90 degrees upwards until it locks. Then we can choose the right power supply. With the Type-C USB cable, we can connect supplied cast charger to the camera mount base or connect the Type-C USB port of a card charger to a Type-C USB for camera, for example. And the second thing is connect the camera mount base easily. Or we can choose to connect the USB-C cable to the camera itself. Both is possible. Then we have to insert the card charger into our vehicle secret lighter port. Just then, while the ignition will be on, your camera will roll. If you're going to install it with an OBD cable, carefully route the power cable around the windscreen and tuck it under the trim. Then paste the DC converter box of the OBD cable near the device and connect the Type-C USB port of the OBD cable to the Type-C USB of the camera. Or connect the Type-C port of the OBD cable to the Type-C USB cord of the camera mount base. You can choose. It's the same thing, but different ports. So connect it to the camera mount or the camera itself. Plug the OBD cable onto the OBD socket of our car. Job's done. Now the parking service will be enabled. Then we have basic informations. We can go to settings. We can make some information between the resolution of loop recording. We can choose the G sensor, the audio recording on or off, the parking mode, the exposure we can choose, HDR on or off, the numbers plate, the stamp. The stamp is a nice thing because the stamp means what should be written on the video. That means you can write there some GPS informations like speed and the position marks, etc., or the time, the current time, etc. Then we can use rotate display or time-lapse. If we're going to switch to time-lapse, the standard video is not available right now. If we are getting off time-lapse, the standard video will be enabled. Then we can choose the language. Then we can format SD card. We can choose time and date, auto LCD off function, waveguide indicator, device sound on off if you like, the frequency, the system information we can choose, default settings we can load, GPS setup, speed unit, etc. Then we can see event, normal, photo, all. That means there we can see if there is a critical event video, this will store it in this folder. Normal, standard images or videos recorded. Photo, only the photos and all. Then you can see all data on the micro SD card. It's really easy and really awesome to attach it. If you are going to make event recording, push the event button on the right side. If you like to get on the voice recording, push the button side button, not the memory, not the OK, but then the microphone button. Then you can choose the voice on or off as you like. If you are having collision detection, then the camera will automatically make an awesome video so that you can see what's happened before while you have the accident, for example. It's awesome and easy, and the images come with JPEG, the videos come in AP4, the audio comes with a built-in microphone and speaker. The internal memory is 16 megabyte. The external microSD card supports up to 256 gigabyte, and the USB port is in Type-C USB port, and the power source is a super capacitor. The power line is an OBD cable or a card charger cable itself, or an USB-C cable to a power supply. If you like to make your trip, to see your trip while you're using GPS mount, you can use Windows XP, Vista 7, 8, 10, Mac OS as you like. With the right software, you can see where you're driven before. That's awesome, isn't it? And this is the awesome Vantrue T3 dash cam. It's easy to install and it's easy to use, and it makes wonderful videos and photos, as you can see in that video. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe me and give me a positive feedback, and I hope to see you again on my channel soon.